So come on in, take a sip. Let's wind down. It is Christmas Eve, so a happy Christmas to everyone. What a beautiful day, though, here in Germany. It wasn't too terribly windy in Bavaria. They were taking down the Christmas markets, unfortunately. I really don't drink a lot of glühwein anyway. Just don't really like all that sugar, It's just a little bit too sweet. I'm a very dry person, I suppose. I guess my personality makes up for all of the dryness elsewhere. But today we're having a Riesling from Vollmach. I decided to keep with the Texas tradition, being a first-generation American in my family, and being the one born in Texas. Along with my sister, Tiffany. I thought, I want Tex-Mex. I want hard tacos. I want hard and soft tacos. So being that I don't do carbohydrates, that I'm really kind of on the ketovore or maybe the carnivore diet, I've been for the last 7 years or so. I'm not going to go buy taco shells just for something like that. So I took an old recipe where I take grated cheddar cheese mixed in with a little bit of Emmentaler or Swiss or some mozzarella, just some white cheese with some good fats in it. And so I'll take that and I'll just put them on the griddle and I'll just make these circles and let them kind of sit there and melt until they get a little bit charred around the edges. And then I turn the griddle off and just let them sit and kind of cool. Then I hang them on a makeshift dowel rod, of a wooden cooking spoon on a couple of pint glasses, and I let them hang and create that I don't know how you really want to talk about it. It's not like as if I'm trying to describe attenuated cone or something. I'm just saying we're just trying to take that circle and turn it into this shell. But it does actually, after a couple of hours, they literally harden like that. And then you put them back in a warmer, so you put them in at maybe about 120 degrees centigrade in the oven for a few minutes, and that just kind of makes them hard. And they crunch and everything. And they taste better than the corn shells because, first of all, it's cheese. And second of all, it's not going to give you any of those terrible things that you don't need in you, right? Like corn. Well, for me, it's what I don't need in me. You, my friends, can eat anything you want. And I do not care. I am not here to just do what you want to do. Be you. But I was thinking, what wine would go well with, beef tacos, right? With some sour cream and some black olives and some grated cheese. And they just sound like a lovely, wonderful dinner. But I was like, what wine would go? And then I was thinking maybe I could just do maybe one of the Riojas. I've got various Spanish wines in my collection, I thought. But no, what about a Riesling? I could get a Riesling because it would go so well with that savory, that spice, the caliente of it all. And that was just that I was solved on it right then and there. And so I walked across the street to the Nachkauf. It's kind of like having a Tesco right there in your neighborhood. It was within the mall. I live here in the Fußgängerzone, the Old Town shopping area in Weiden. And I just went over and grabbed a bottle of the Vollmach. And I'm telling you, it was just been a wonderful thing from dinner to now. And I'm always looking to pair. But I'm always also looking to enhance. And so if I've got that really super umami thing going on and it's got the spice and, I've got the garlic, the cumin, I've got the peppers and whatnot in the cuisine, then I want something that can bring out kind of the opposite. So going with those green apples and that citrus fruit, some golden apples in there, a slight hint of pear. It was just perfect, and it's very fruity on the nose, right? But on the palate, it's high acids. I would say probably in the 12.5 to 13%. Interesting. I'm getting a phone call from the United Kingdom, as a matter of fact. That's the second time this has happened while shooting a UK grid. So, are y'all watching me? I didn't think this was broadcasting, but nevertheless, so I'm always looking for a way to enhance the flavor of the meal, and I think this was the perfect pairing for that. And I think it really go well with like maybe a spicy Szechuan or something along those lines too. So to it all, but just delicious, and a little bit of that Solver's Courage, which I may be nearing the brink of too much, but that's okay. It'll just make it more fun. So, again, happy Christmas to you all. If any of you is alone tomorrow, because you don't want to be, and it gets maybe a little tough for you or whatever, I'm dead serious, and I cannot say this, I cannot stress it enough. You shoot me an email, send me a direct message. You can just comment on one of the videos here. I'll be paying extra special attention tomorrow to the comments and stuff, because I have made the offer. You let me know one way or the other. You shoot me an email, get to me, and I'll open up a live stream on either TikTok or on YouTube, and we'll just hang out. People might join us, that's fine. But it'll be the two of us just hanging out and BSing, and you can ask me anything, and we can hang out for a couple hours, and we can just do whatever we got to do. But I don't want anybody to be sad on a day, where we should all be trying to be thankful for what we've got and be happy. But nevertheless, it can be a very depressing time of year for very, very many people. And I am dead serious, no matter where you are around the world. If you're one of our community members and you just don't feel like being alone, but maybe you're in a house full of people that you know, but maybe you just want to go hide in the bedroom because that one uncle or that one aunt, right? It happens, right? Then just squirrel away, you grab your phone and shoot me a note, and we'll go live, because I've got nothing going on tomorrow. I'm going to go over to a friend's house briefly. I'm going to make everybody oeufs de farcis, because I like to say it in French versus deviled eggs. It just sounds better in French, but I'll be making deviled eggs, and then I'll be, after eating some turkey and hanging out with some folks for about an hour or two, I'll be coming right back to Chez Christopher. So I'll be here, probably just watching movies or doing whatever, or probably messing around with the grid or something like that, just doing what it is that I do. But I'm here. If you need anything at all, just reach out and we'll do it. Now, let's hop into this grid. And I got to say, I just met one of our newer members. It was a Rachel _M_, and she was telling me that well duffed, as a matter of fact, that her exact words are well duffed or well chuffed. Let me see. I've got to learn it yet. So, but nevertheless, she taught me a new word, and I'm just trying to find what she said, that it's well chuffed. Perhaps it's this one. So I've never seen anything like this before. Okay, got it. And it was you. See, I don't know. But anyway, you taught me how to say, I've experienced a great deal of joy. And so for that, I cannot thank you enough. Between you and Neil and Sean always puts good stuff in my mind. I just love hanging out with you. Those of you, that care to comment and to ask questions, it just makes my day. But when you teach me something, it really, really makes my day. When you tell me that you stumbled on this channel and you don't know why, because it's nothing that you would ever watch before, but that you actually liked it, then I can basically die, because I'm happy now, right? So, I've done everything necessary in the world. So thank you for that. And we'll try to do something special tomorrow for Christmas. But looks like we've got a picnic here with 4, and I'm just going to go with my very, very Yank sensibilities and call it easy, because, it's a real picnic, or that was no picnic at all. Either way, right? So social dance where partners often changed. It's like so you got it 6 and 2. So it sounds like that could be an excuse me. Score mark could be a clef, and that tells me this could be excuse me. So when I was a brooding young artist / teenager, very emo before emo was even an emo thing, just an angsty, angry, young, artsy kid out of nowhere, and I'm gonna have to turn my phone off. I am so terribly sorry. I don't know why I'm getting phone calls from the UK, but I am. Maybe I didn't pay a toll. I don't know. So, but there it goes again. They are determined. This is just buzzing my desk all to pieces here, so I'm just gonna put it over here. Let it sit there and do its thing. I don't have any reason to be contacted by anyone in the UK right now that I know of, but if they'll leave a message, I'll get back to them as soon as possible. Okay, so let's see what we got here. So, shamefaced, 8. into the right mindset, Christopher. The phone just threw you off a little bit. And I imagine this could be sheepish. Something that Yanks and Brits use evenly, I would imagine. So great. Looks like it could be super duper. And even though it's not what we're saying, and now I've got ABBA stuck in my head, so I'm a super trooper. So entertainer, singing about courtly love, and I do believe that is a troubadour. Now the question is, do you remember how to spell it, Christopher? I'm looking at that album. Who was it? It wasn't Scott McKenzie. Who was the guy that did the troubadour? It seemed like they had something to do with the Mamas and Papas, or Peter, Paul, and Mary. I don't know. Religious building. Oh, man, are we lucky to have that already there. We have a mosque. Oh, I'm telling you. I've had similar things in the past where it could be a parish, a chapel, a temple. I mean, it could be so many things. You're just like, I don't know. So nice to have that M and that S. So let's see here if that's going to help us at all. Pickled dish from right here in Deutschland. So perhaps we're talking about Sauerkraut. Sauerkraut. Ganz gut. Ich glaube, es ist richtig. Aber ich bin nicht 100%. Wooden. Oh, 3 and 3. Okay, we'll come back to that later. Let's see. A licked confection. Oh, y'all called those, they're not lollipops. They're not pop lollies. They're, I can't remember. I think it's a lolly, though. I think the 5 of the 3 and 5 is a lolly. I'll figure this out, though, I hope. Member. Okay. Drink at 8 letters could be a beverage, so I think a member could be a limb, which is one way to put that. And yes, ice lolly. I feel confident with that one now. So, type of diesel. I feel like troubadour and limb and ice lolly and beverage are all kind of working together, which tells me that I don't think there's any way possible I'm going to figure out whatever the heck this is. So on Christmas Eve, the poor Yank takes a smack to the chin. He does. It's a technical knockout. Yeah, no, that's bad. But wooden could be peg leg. So already I'm a lame duck solver. I can't win. I know I won't figure out whatever the blank E blank V diesel is. Whew. All right, let's see. Let's just start up at the top. Great. Super. I felt like we were doing good to get super duper out. Oh my gosh. Okay, so network of vessels. The U. Fabric covering head, old nose wiper. Well, I have one on me at all times. I have one that's for me. And in my pocket, I have one that's clean for the fellow publican in distress. Male or female, if you're crying or having a bad day, I will always reach into my pocket and hand you a well-monogrammed, well-laundered, clean handkerchief, and it's yours for the keeping because I try to keep myself a gentleman. I think this is a kerchief. Unlike the old saying, even when I took a commission in the Army, which the old joke is, it took an act of Congress to make him a gentleman. Well, it was actually a decree, but nevertheless, no, I think I was a gentleman before I became a commissioned officer by proclamation, a gentleman. Or is it by extension? Perhaps it's by both proclamation and extension, but nevertheless. Baked item from Greater Manchester. This is going to be the second punch, which is going to lead to not a TKO, but an actual knockout. But I have a feeling it's at least I can put in cake. And we can check that. I have no idea what a baked item from Greater Manchester is. Do you want to chime in and tell me stories or give me a recipe? I'll find a way to make it no carb, but I would love to have one. So if you can send it to me, I can be pretty creative in the kitchen. Clear. Okay. And emulate Roger Bannister, 3, 1, and 4. Well, I happen to know Sir Roger Bannister, if I'm not mistaken. In fact, I'm certain he was knighted. He ran a mile in 4 minutes or under 4 minutes, something, I think. The reason I know this is one of the schools I went to while I was in the Army was the Army Master Physical Fitness Trainer. And I just remember there used to be, science believed that there was no way a person could run a mile faster than 4 minutes. So, yeah. Anyway, so I think this is run a mile. And so, okay. So clear. Huh. That C and the U there, though. It's not like excuse or anything, and I don't think that would work. I mean, well, clearly it's not going to work. If the cake can't go away, I mean, I feel like the cake is there because of the sauerkraut, but sculpted works, statuary. Really could be very... And Italian city with a famous listed building. I guess you really do want your buildings to be listless, don't we? Yeah, I want the building that I build to be listless. Not my wife's eyes, but the building that I have put. Yes, that's a different story. And I think clearer could be to acquit. And if we're right, which we'll find out shortly, I think this might be to acquit. And if it is correct, I think that's super clever. That is one of those that I love. So now we got to deal with great. Okay, so now we got an E here with this network of vessels, which makes me think that we're talking physiology. So probably plexus. Probably. I don't know. But we don't have any intersections to check these things. It's not like doing the New York Times or something where you can kind of check yourself as you go. You really got to get it right here, which is why I hardly ever do. Slowly leak. I guess that's not going to be to seep, but perhaps we're talking about a drip. And this looks like it could be splendid now. But what do we got here? A dud. All right. Actually, if that is splendid, then I think I get to use something I learned here from you, all of you in this lovely grid to duff. So let's put in splendid and take my punch in the mouth, which I have coming to me. So, first, let's just check and see if I've got right what I thought I have right. So we'll do a check all. I love this feature. And I'm not seeing any blanks other than, sorry, hiccups again. I'm not seeing any blanks other than the blanks that I created. Okay, so I guess that's kind of a win for me, but it's certainly not a win, is it? No. This is called a punch in the mouth. So let's go ahead and reveal this because I have no clue. I mean, I don't even know what to put in this. I can just make up stuff. Manchester, let's just say Guillaume le Conquereur. William the Conqueror, he decided to go hang out in Manchester. He brought something called an esclayon. An esclayon cake. Well, first of all, that's not even such a thing, but I'm just making it up because it might as well be that, right? So I'm just gonna go ahead and reveal it. Oh boy. Okay, so I have an Eccles. I'll look it up. But again, like I said before, if you have any fond memories around an Eccles or Eccles, or I mean, I guess no, it couldn't even be Etchles, because I mean, they were under no rules would that be okay to have the ch sound in Italian. But Eccles or Eclairs cake. Let me know what your story is. But Eclairs cake and whatever this down here. I'm thinking of it in my head like it's just perv diesel, as if I don't, because look what it looks like. It's either that or Merv. I have no idea. So reveal. Derv. Okay. As a linguist with postgraduate certificates in this, with postgraduate certificates in the discipline, along with an undergraduate major in English, mind you, Elizabethan poetry, mind you, Shakespeare. I'm gonna imagine this may be a farm derivative or something. I don't know, but Derv. Gotta look up Derv diesel. How fun. I just love this channel. You wouldn't believe what I still learn from the New York Times and what I learn from each and every one of you every single day. Thank you all so much for being here and being part of this journey for me. Out with the old, in with the new. So I want to reiterate one more time and very quickly. You want a place to hang out tomorrow? Shoot me a note. We'll set it up. We'll hang out. That'd be totally fine by me. I feel as though this community has grown into a family of mine, an extended family. Extended as in around the globe, from everywhere. From Ranium down in South America to the lovely families I hear from over in Southeast Asia. It's just amazing. So, and it's touching me. It touches me very much. I'm well chuffed. Thank you, Rachel_M_. Until we see you tomorrow, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Servus. Grüß Gott. Ciao. Cin-Cin. Au revoir. Annyeonghaseyo. Aloha. Que tengas un lindo días. And I think I hit them all. I think I got most of them. Au revoir. Did I say that? If not, we'll throw in some Arabic. Masalamati. And so, in any other way I can happily say, but at the same time, ein frohe Weihnachten zu alles. So, happy Christmas. Cheers. See you tomorrow. Be well. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your friends. Take especially good care of the fellow behind you in the queue. Cheers.